There's some breaking inputs coming in, viewers. Akhilesh Yadav is now echoing Congress's vote chori. Raga, first response from Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav. This is what he has had to say. He says SIR stands exposed. The Bihar mandate exposes the SIR conspiracy. Please.
The number of people who voted in Bihar is 50 million, right? SIR has discounted 6.5 million. Give that to the Mahagathbandhan. Give 6.5 million votes to Mahagathbandhan. क्या होता है सीट्स में क्या इफेक्ट आएगा? 15% सीट्स बढ़ेंगी उनकी. They still would have lost with a huge margin.
This is clear, man.
Please.
Let me ask one question to him. Why did Congress push VIP chief Mukesh Sahani to become the deputy CM?
Yeah.
What is the logic?
Zero.
You know, you lost
seats.
the election because you announced Mukesh Sahani as the deputy CM candidate. I'll tell you why.
Not your own candidate.
Congress 61 seats contesting, VIP 12 seats contesting, and you announce him as a deputy CM candidate.
You're thinking it's a joke.
In a politically, caste is very important. You thought I throw one bite of giving deputy CM to Malla candidate, the entire EBC will come. Everybody hit you.
But Congress is so magnanimous.
That's a mandate, yeah. That's a mandate. In fact, let's look at what's happened.
A bad name for caste. But Nitish Kumar with 2% Kurmi vote has become chief minister after 20 years.
And not just the Kurmi vote. The Chori vote is also important.
No, I'm saying in spite of being just 2% in the state.
Absolutely. And let's just look at this particular cluster. This is the Chori cluster. Why is this important? JVC explain this to us. Because it's a granular caste management that happens at a very, very local level.
Exactly.
That is, apart from these big national issues that we're discussing, it's also about how you manage things on ground.
Exactly.
How has this flipped? Was this significant in terms of the number of seats that went to MGB last time?
See, Love Kush, that's what they would say. The Kurmi and the Kori, they're like brothers, you know. So Kori community, who are all called Kushwahas, 38 seats are there in the cluster. Out of 38 seats, last time, Mahagathbandhan won 25. And
this time NDA is at 28.
NDA is at 28 and 10. And you know, because once upon a time, during Rabri's regime, Lalu said, I'm going to give 10 ministerial slots to Kori. And they went behind them. Now today, Samraj Chaudhary's father, Shakuni Chaudhary, was also a part of RJD system. Upendra Kushwaha is also a Kori. So 2020 Kori votes were lost. 2024 Kori votes were lost by NDA. Now, they realize that, okay, we have made some mistakes. Course correction is required. And all the course correction which could be done. Samraj Chaudhary became a deputy CM. Upendra Kushwaha became a Rajya Sabha MP. Pawan Singh back in action so that the Rajputs are also kept in the fold. Now, this corrective action, what is that RJD or Congress did as far as corrective action?
You know, that's why I want to bring in Nikhil Jain. Nikhil Jain, it's very easy to blame the election commission, say SIR mein sare votes le gaye, sab buri tarah manage hua. But look at this, it's also about deft management. It's about how you appeal to different communities, different parts of society, and that's very much been a part of election management since the first election. What has the Congress party done in this case is the question he's asking.
See, Madhav, my point has never been that the election management of the Congress is spot on or that they've contested the election wonderfully. I am agreeing and
why are you in the game?
Acknowledging. No, just because you're trying to get better at the game doesn't mean you should, empty the battlefield and run away. I'm not saying the Congress fought a perfect battle. They certainly did not. There were many loopholes. But you cannot...
Congress was never in the battle. No, where was the Congress in the fight?
That is what...
So what were you fighting?
Pranesh, I'm going to repeat what I've been saying to you for the past 2 weeks. It's very easy to sit in an AC studio in Noida and say that. Ask your reporters who were on the ground. They did not think that...
You were on the ground. What have you achieved? देखिए number देखिए. You were not in the AC studio.
Ask your reporters, your anchors, your reporters, your media.
Number 194 हो गया. Nikhil Jain, please at least end your denial. भाई संजय जी at least बोल रहे हैं कि दिक्कत है.
Pranesh, it is about your denial as well that Akhilesh Yadav, who's one of the tallest leaders in the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, Tejasvi Yadav, Stalin, pretty much every opposition leader in the country is saying
चोरी का क्या जवाब देंगे अभी शाम तक चलेगी.
And you talk about just 65 lakh votes being cut. There's more to it. There's more to it the way electoral rolls are manipulated. When you put the votes of a community from from one booth to another, that is 5 kilometers
Now, Nikhil,
away.
now come
And
on,
a
please,
dominant
even
movement.
you know that is not true. Nikhil, please, don't do this. 1 minute. Smitaji, Dr. Ranganathan, what is the response to this? Because, you know, this will now go ad nauseum. Vote Chori, Akhilesh, Stalin.
No, just a simple answer.
Listen to Dr.
Just a simple
Ranganathan, 1
answer.
minute.
Just a simple answer. Dr.
Twice,
Ranganathan, I
with
just have a
thousands
simple
of
question.
duplicate
Nikhil,
voters.
Nikhil,
I can
if there
send
is
them
such
to
widespread, Nikhil, just one second.
Listen
If there
to
is
Dr.
such a
Ranganathan.
widespread, huge amount of disruptions in the voter list, huge amount of violations, you could have taken that data, gone to the Supreme Court. They're hearing the Bihar SIR matter. Why didn't you do that?
I'll tell you why. And this is why I need to come in. You know, laptop is all very good and I really appreciate laptop assessment. 2 points. Number one, you see, you may fool the country once, you may fool the country twice, but it's very difficult to keep on fooling them. When Rahul Gandhi says that BJP is winning because of duplicate votes, for example, in Madhepura constituency, the Bihari voters are asking a logical question. You won Wayanad, there were 20,000 duplicate votes. Priyanka Gandhi won Rai Bareli, there were 19,000 duplicate votes. So was or was it not the case that the EC was helping you win? Did any journalist, and you keep accusing Godi media, why did no journalist ask Rahul Gandhi this simple question? And I'll tell you why he's not gone to Supreme Court, just to answer you. Because in all the matters where he's alleged large-scale corruption, scamming and all that stuff, whenever he's gone to the Supreme Court has adjudicated in the favor of Modi. So he can't bring up that issue again. By going to the Supreme Court, he would have ended the issue and Gen Z could not have been prodded and incited to come on the street.
You want to keep the pot boiling. You want to keep the pot boiling.
Nikhil, 1 minute. Smitaji is saying something.
You asked a question that ask your reporters, was the Congress on the ground or not? We all have reporters on the ground, and believe me, and I went to the ground too. The Congress was not there on the ground, in the sense that earlier when you would go crisscross across Uttar Pradesh and all that, or Bihar, or Assam, or Tripura, wherever I've gone, you'd see jhande kahin pe hai, you'd see rallies kahin pe hai. Jan Suraj spent a whole lot of money. They were there everywhere. You saw their flags and all that. It gives the wrong impression to many of us that maybe they are there, they are popular because they are there on the ground. That's not the case. They were there on the ground, but their narrative didn't click. The Congress was not on the ground and their narrative
And by the way, this thing about, no, 1 minute. Yeah, Nikhil keeps saying this, that, you know, you sit in AC studio. Rahul Gandhi is not even in India half the time. Why? Foreign jaake.
1,300 kilometer voter.
Yeah, 1,300 kilometers to look at the numbers, Nikhil. Don't, you know, look, you can call me names. Look at the number 193.45.
And let me answer.
You draw attention to yourself for 16 days and then you disappear in the middle of battle. That is worse. You should not have drawn attention to yourself if you did not have the stamina or the discipline to stick it when the time was tough, when the elections were on.
Sanjay, no, 1 minute.
That's worse to do.
Can I say something linked to what JVC mentioned? Because this came up in the conversation with a lot of people I know. And I believe in politics, you want to be a winner. You got to have both imagination and a risk-taking ability. If you look at Bihar's population, it's around 18% of Muslims. You know, I would have liked it if the Mahagathbandhan, frankly speaking, and boldly said, we are going to have a deputy chief minister who's going to represent the Muslim community. Don't I believe in politics? Just hang on. In politics, you're going to play it out of fear that is going to result in a Hindu vote consolidation, which may have happened. I'm not saying no. But if you really want to wear a proud badge of playing for a secular polity, 1 minute, and you send out a message that we have the courage today to have, you know, if people say MY, well, I am having an MY representation. I'm going to the people of Bihar and campaigning boldly. You see, otherwise people accuse you of playing opportunistic politics. Test the BJP on the voters.
Yeah.
Test the BJP.
Yeah, please, yeah.
You didn't do that, right? You didn't give a sock to the Muslims. No. Who have the Muslims voted for here? So let's not do this Hindu-Muslim time and again, because look at Karnataka. The Muslims were on record after the Congress victory to demand a deputy chief minister. They said, we voted for you, and yet the Congress did not make a Muslim a deputy chief minister. I have all the Waqf board chairman of the Karnataka state. Everyone was saying, we demand. Because we have wiped out the JDS.
Dr. Ranganathan, Azharuddin ko abhi bana diya.